Hey guys, and welcome to AI War Fleet Command. I am SeiferKatt, and today we're starting AI War. Now, I'll be honest, I'm going to give you a very slow start. I want to sort of ease us into this whole AI War sort of situation. So, this is going to be episode 0, as you've probably already seen from the title up there. Oh, I love this music. Anyway, sorry. The point of AI War is, as you've seen from the prequel video, that humanity has lost the war. Now, with humanity losing the war, we're all rather disappointed by this, and we've got to defeat the AI. And it's not an easy thing, because the AI is smart, it is strong, and it will kick our asses. I'm not even joking, we're going to lose this a few times. Well, we're not going to this time, and it's a long-running game. It tends to run for... Small games tend to go for about 5 to 10 hours. Long games can go for like... I've seen a game go 15 hours, which we lost. But, you know, that's what happens. Also, the game is best played multiplayer, but because of scheduling issues, it can be kind of difficult to get all the players together when I need to record. So I may be doing that later, but I'm not going to be doing that just yet. At this stage, I just want to show you the game, and we're going to run through a very basic game. There's a lot of expansions for this game. I'm only playing with the base game, AI War Fleet Command, and the Zenith Remnant. And each one adds a whole bunch of new ships, new AI types, just a whole bunch of stuff. It's ridiculous how crazy it is sometimes. But I'm starting us off slow. So let's go into host new campaign. And as it says there, 8 players can play this game. So that's pretty ridiculous. And we're put into this screen, which looks terrifying, but don't worry, it's okay. So we're just going to a new map seed, and we're going to go a small number of stars. We're only going to go 50 stars. Usually I like to play at about 8. Well, 80. Sorry, not 8. 80. Now you can go have as many as 10 stars, or as few as 10 stars, or go up to 120 stars. 120 stars is just, look at that, bam, just stars all over the place. But we're not doing that. What are you going to do? 50. Oh, untangle the map again. I like this feature, it untangles it and makes it look a little bit more presentable. It's trying to figure out what to do with this part, it can't, but you know, it still looks better than it did before. So this is the world we're going to be playing in. And first off, what we need to do is we need to figure out, well, what are we doing? Like, what planet do we want? So each of these planets have, I guess, wormhole links. Wormhole is how you travel from system to system. And don't worry about the names so much, they're all going to be completely different when we get into the game, for other reasons, which I'll explain later. It's not important right now. But what is important is choosing your initial ship, or choosing your location. I mean, I could choose this place here, but the times 6 means it has 6 links to it, and each link is a link to the AI. I don't want to defend 6 places at the start, that's too much. Over here, there's 2, but the ship type is a Cutlass, which is a melee ship. Not that useful. I mean, it's alright, but... Now here's not bad. Armoured. It's an armoured ship, it'll survive. It'll be a good sort of front runner for my fleets. So let's go armoured. We also want to be blue. Okay, blue, great. And we're going to turn the AI down to 6. Less easy. 6 I've beaten it on before. I've never beaten it on 7, and 7 is the recommended level. So, you know, tells you what I think of that. But the AI are going to be red and green. And we're going to put them as random. There's a whole bunch of different AI types as well, but we're just going to go random easier for now. In the serious game where I'm playing it properly, I mean, I'm not going to be playing this badly, but in the game that I'm playing that's going to be difficult and I'll probably lose, I'm going to put these up to moderate easy. But these ones shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we're going to put normal ships in. We're going to allow all these available types of ships. What else? Zenith Traders, sure. Zenith Miners, yeah. I like the Dyson Sphere and Devourer Golem. Yeah, I might turn them off for this game. Screw it, no, I'm leaving the Devourer Golem in. I love that one. My friends always get angry at me when I keep it in, but whatever. Okay, so this is the world we've got, and I'm taking this planet. This will be my home system. Okay, so now let's look what the game itself looks like. So as I said, we're not going to be playing a lot this game. I'm just showing you what the game looks like. And already we've got a whole bunch of buildings and oh god, it's terrifying. Let's calm down. It's okay. It's not actually as scary as it looks. No. So we've started in Jove. Now, we do not speak of this place as... So I've named all these planets. Some of them, they're coming from all sorts of references, but that doesn't matter. If you're interested, I can make a small video tutorial on how to name them. But we've got, that's just so we can pronounce them. Because otherwise, they're just places that you can't pronounce. So, here is my main base. Here is my home planet command station. If I lose this, the game is over. Humanity is destroyed once and for all. Who gives a shit about humanity? So we don't want to lose that. That's very important to not lose. What else do we have? Well, we've got a force field generator, which I always like to move a little bit closer to my home station. Because the force field generator, you see this blue circle? It's sort of hard to see, but it's there. When they hit it, the shield gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it's destroyed. But if the shield is like down to here, it's just always a circle. If it gets down to here, anything outside the radius can be destroyed. Also, we have a human settlement. It just gives me resources. It's not hugely important. I'll explain resources in a second. We have a couple of scouts level 2, a couple of engineers level 2. They're going to help build things. They're not really needed, but they're nice to have. And we've got a space dock. Space docks are good. And a starship constructor, also good. So these are things that are going to help me. Also in the system, we have 3 wormholes. We've got one to Akali, one to Venus, and one to Nocturne. So we've got 2 League of Legends references, which are both assassins that are in the shadows. That concerns me a little bit. And Venus. Well, Venus is good times. So that's our home system. Also, let's look at the interface a little bit more. We have the system name. That's fairly obvious. Game time. The local time is 1:17 AM. I should be asleep now. Oh well. Metal, which is 1 resource. It's used metal and crystal are not interchangeable, but you do need them both. And knowledge. Knowledge is what you use at your research stations to acquire new ship upgrades. There's a whole bunch of ship upgrades. Lots of stuff. But let's not get too scared. Everything is explained with mousing over it, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Let's calm down. Okay, we're calm? I'm pretty calm. And then we have power. Power is just basically like food in Warcraft. You can only build so much as you have power, but as you build along, you get more power, and it's not a problem. And then the AI also have a resource, and it's called AI Progress. Now, AI Progress, as this increases, the AI regard us as more of a threat. The best example I had was, imagine that there were ants on your lawn. So this is how the AI perceives us right now. Imagine ants on your lawn. How worried are you? You're not really concerned. They're ants. I mean, maybe you'll get some bug spray and spray the ants a bit, but you're not really too bothered. Now, let's say if you went outside one day and there was a bear on your lawn. Now, we don't get bears in New Zealand, but I understand that they're kind of bad things to have on your lawn. Now, would you go, oh, it's just a bear, never mind it, and just walk away? No, it's a fucking bear on your lawn. This is a problem. You don't want a bear on your lawn. The ants are okay. You can deal with that, but bears? No, you call in the big guns. You bring out like a plasma cannon, I suppose. I don't know what you have in America, but you bring out something that takes down a bear, because a bear is a problem. As AI progress goes up, that analogy got away from me a little bit. As AI progress goes up, the AI regards humans as a greater and greater threat. And each thing I do, there'll be certain actions that I will take that'll increase AI progress. Destroying one of their systems, for instance, will increase AI progress. Building a super weapon will increase AI progress. Firing a nuke, obviously, will increase AI progress. And we really want that to be as low as possible. Also, every 15 minutes, it'll go up by 1. That's an insignificant amount, but, just saying. Alright, so that's, and then planets that are under attack, and how many ships are coming, and number of ships that are being threatened. Apparently there's one. There's a ship that's wandering around at the moment that's being threatening. I don't know what that is, that's not a problem. And at the sidebar we have just like the ships that are here, we can right click on them and just look at them. We can go through all our metal harvesters. Usually you don't zoom into this level where you can see things. It's a game that's played very much at the macro level. It's not played micro. You can micromanage a little bit, but you don't tend to do that a lot. Alright, so now that we've understood what's going on, let's look at the map. Now this is where you get scared again. You go, what the map? No, it's cool, calm down. We're going to be looking at the screen a lot, because this screen is like the world map. You know, if it was like a game like Civilization, which is nothing like Civilization. This is the world map. This lets us know where everything is. Now, currently, everything is white, because nothing has been researched. Oh, look, there's my mum. I don't even know. But, so the first thing we want to do is we want to scout out some locations. So we've got the game paused, so we can do this at our own will. So we're going to click on Scout. There he goes. Scout level 2. He's pretty fast. And he's going to go to Venus. This other scout, he's going to go to Akali. But that's only 2 scouts. We're going to need more scouts than that. In fact, we're going to need a lot more scouts. So then we click on the space dock, and we can build scouts, level 1, or only level 1 at this stage. Scouts, fighters, bombers, frigates, and armor ships. Now, the armor ships was the one that we chose the system for, as you'll remember. So that's good. Oh, they can destroy engines. Well, that's very good. And you'll note each one has attack multipliers, which are good against a particular type of hull. But I'm not going to worry about that just yet, because that blows my mind, and I don't want it to blow yours, because this game is not as complex as it looks. It's just as complex as it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys out here, and I'm going to build scouts. In fact, I'm going to build infinite number of scouts, which will be 10, because that's the most I can build at any one time. Also, I need to put some defenses up, and this game has a bit of a tower defense element to it as well. You know, as if that wasn't complicated enough. I'm trying to make this game sound easy, but it's not. But you'll get the hang of it. That's the thing I love about this game. It's intuitive as you play it. Until everything goes wrong. But it'll give us time for that. So, you've got your command station. Command stations will always build your buildings on a planet. Or you can just press B. So, what I want to build is I want to build turrets. I've got a lot of level 1 turrets. And I just want to put some tractor beams up. So, I'm going to go down to Nocturne, and I'm going to put it within the range, and I'm going to control click. And that'll build 5 of them. And they'll just build on their own. They don't even need the engineers there. The engineers will make it faster, but we don't need them. So we're going to tractor beam Venus, and 5 tractor beams at Akali. So each tractor beam will stop 31 ships. It says there down the bottom left-hand side. It'll stop 31 ships. And of course, you can just pause this if you ever see me just mouse over something real quickly. You can pause the video, have a look at it, read it yourself. I won't be doing that too much unless I'm looking at something in particular, but just a heads up that you can look at it yourself. Do I not have a lot of crystal on this planet? I've only got 4 crystal harvesters. Okay, I may have problems with crystal. But anyway, that's fine. So now we've got the scouts heading off, and we're going to be building more scouts. So I'm just going to unpause this, and then immediately we see these scouts. There they go. Off they go. 1 to Akali, 1 to Venus. And I'm going to pause this as soon as they get there. I will not be pausing much as the game goes on, but since I'm doing a sort of tutorial at this stage, I don't want to scare anyone. Which I've already failed multiple times, I've already mentioned that, but hey, that's okay. So let's look at Akali. Now there's 2 ways we can go there. We can either control click on it, or we can go here and click on it that way. So this planet looks like it's been hit by something horrible. But that's okay, we don't care what's on the planet, we only care what's around the planet. Oh, they've got stealth ships. Oh, stealth minefields. The hell is red? Okay. So each AI has a type, and it sort of defines the way that it fights. And I've actually got it revealing the enemy types. I'll turn that off next game, but... So red AI is called a mine enthusiast. Now, unfortunately for me, mine enthusiast doesn't mean they like mining for metals. Mine enthusiast means there's 14 stealth ships, they're all minefields. So when we come into a system, they're just going to have a lot of mines and we're going to get hit a lot. Also, they have Tachyon microfighters. So, yeah, they've got microfighters. We don't have those. But also here, the scout reveals they've got missile frigates, 4 of them, a core shield generator, which I'll explain probably next episode, a guard post, and wormhole guard posts, which, you know, aren't that big a deal. Also, here's the big ones. Here's the things that matter. The orbital command station of the AIs, and also the warp gate. Orbital command station, I destroy that, the AIs lose all control of the system permanently. They can never rebuild here. They can fly through here, obviously, but they can never rebuild here. And the warp gate allows them to launch attacks directly into a system adjacent to it. So what I could do is I could destroy a warp gate and then they can never attack Jove from Akali. So that's something you do sometimes. They'll explain why I'm doing that when I'm doing that. But at this stage in the game, I'm not going to be doing that. And also the AI progress that I was talking about before. So the orbital command station, if I destroy that, it'll give them 15 AI progress because I've taken out one of their planets. And the warp gate will give them 5 AI progress. So taking the system will give them 20. Now, if they get to 240, that's when we start having problems. But at this stage, that's still a while away. Alright, and what about Venus? Venus is not a place we've looked at yet, so here's Venus. And this is also controlled by the red AI. And is there anything interesting here? They've got a shield, they've got a force field generator, and they've got a guard post. And those guard posts will create reinforcements and they'll just patrol from guard post to guard post. Which is frustrating, but it's not that big a deal. Also, the guard post gives them 1 AI progress if I destroy it. Because they're like, oh, what? Who's destroying our guard posts then? Alright, so that's the first place is scouted out. Now we also need to scout out Nocturne, but we should have scouts finished. In fact, look at that. We've got a lot of scouts finished, all 10 of them. So we're going to send all 10 of them to Nocturne. As long as one stays in the system, that's all that matters. But they've got mines and tachyon fields, so they could detect them. Scouts are cloaked, but they get revealed pretty easily. So I'm going to send all 10 of them. If even one makes it, then we're going to send the rest of them elsewhere. But AI are here, and they still regard us as a threat, so we probably need to defend ourselves. So what I'm going to do is do a thing called Free Roaming Defender. And I hold V and right click, and that makes it go pink, or pink outline rather. Not sure if you can see that too well, or you can't see it if I zoom in, but it's got a pink outline. And what that means is anything that has a pink outline will either be in Free Roaming Defender, or it'll be built and put it into Free Roaming Defender. And that means the ships in pink will attack anything that comes into the system that is enemy. Which, is handy. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it on loop. We're going to build 1 fighter, 1 bomber, 1 missile frigate, and how long does it take to build these things? It's not really telling me. Alright. Oh, 5 seconds. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to put these engineers to work over here. And how does that work? So there's the engineers helping, and now our factory is pumping out units. Now, lives are cheap in this game. A lot of ships will die, but that's okay. We expect that. They're glorious soldiers for the SeiferKatt Empire. Alright, now, while we were doing that, a couple of things have happened. As I said, I won't be pausing this off on later, but I don't need to say that again. So at Kali, the scouts have gone to the outer rim. In Venus, the same thing's happened. The scouts have gone to the outer rim. Just so that way they'll never be detected, they'll just stay there and continue to be my eye in the sky. In Nocturne, all 10 scouts have arrived, and they are going to the outer rim. See? There they go. Just to be safe. Now, this planet looks a bit more interesting, because we've got some things here. What have we got that's different? We've got some ships, 2 force fields, 1 at a Special Forces guard post, and 1 at this thing. What is this? An AI coprocessor. Destroying it will increase AI progress by 20. Well, that's not good. But then when we destroy them all, they'll lose 120. But there's 4 of them. So we don't want to be destroying them all over the place. But they do interfere, it says at the end, they do interfere with supply on the planet, which means we can't build a colony here. So maybe we don't want to take this place. So let's see. Displaying... What do we want? We want displaying resources. There's a lot of ways you can find stuff. Resources used. No, that's not it. Where's the one I want? No, that's not the key either. I can't remember the key that I want. I've got to learn these hotkeys again, which is a bit frustrating, but most of them I remember. No, I don't know. Okay, well, we mouse over it, of course, derp. Okay, so at the bottom of the screen for Nocturne Intel, this screen Nocturne Intel tells us everything here. So you don't usually need to go into the planet and look at each thing. So let's see. The resources here is 0 metal, 1 crystal. We don't really need to own this planet. But of course, having this planet does mean we can get to We Do Not Speak of This Place, Scaro, and Spectre. Akali is linked only to Nocturne, Jove, and Burrito. I was hungry when I named some of these places, I'll be honest. and Venus is linked to Jove and Nocturne. So I'm thinking Venus has no resources whatsoever, and Akali has 2 crystal. This is really not the best place to be starting off. But anyway, I'm going to end this here. It's been probably a lot of stuff to take in for now, so I don't want to overload your minds too much. Next episode will be episode 1. We will start our attack on the AI, and we're going to start winning this war. We're probably going to attack Akali at this point, and also we're going to send these scouts further. We're going to send them out to these 3 places and out this way, because out here somewhere are 2 AI homeworlds, because there's 2 AIs, and we have to destroy them. But before we can destroy them, we have to fight them. But before we can fight them, we have to get stronger. And out here somewhere will be something that'll help us out. And there's a little star over here I just realized. We need a name for this area here. If anyone's got a great name for this star, let me know. If you can make it something really scary sounding, like the Bermuda Triangle, the Bermuda Star Wrangle will not be good enough though. So, you know. But anyway, if you've got an idea for that one, let me know, and it will be deemed as such. And as for that, I am done for this episode, so thank you for joining me, and see you next time where we start to fight back. We will win this war. See you next time, guys. Meow.